We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:35 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 250% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, breaking out and breaking key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and what's going on within the charts. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 9:45 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from red bars to multiple bright green bars. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the SP 500 index, back under a bull indicator at the 526.50 level since yesterday and continuing to hold strong here on the 30-minute chart. Now, it held support at the open at a critical resistance up here near 529. It bounced off of it, and we were watching key resistance levels that have been broken through, right? 531.50, then came 533, and it's up here fighting to get above 535. Now, it isn't the only stock pushing back up. You also have the QQQ here running up under a bull indicator since yesterday at 452, hitting highs up here of nearly 464. Tesla here finally getting a bull indicator in this tight consolidation and continues to fight to hold support above 172 and fighting to stay above 175. And you have Apple here under a bull indicator since yesterday, and we were watching it closely here if it could break the resistance of 195, and it used it as support today and went up towards the 197 level, right? Lots of eyes. If it could break 197, will it head towards 200? And that's what I'm watching here going into this week and in these charts. Now, we have a bull indicator on the 30-minute, but when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture a bull indicator popping up there near 528, the resistance of 529, used it as support here in the live action and took off and hit new resistance levels, right? Based off the history of the chart, it's breaking out here at a critical level, hitting newer highs here within the last several days and weeks, and we're testing the 535 level. Now, this bull indicator needs to continue to hold strong to justify any further move to the upside. And if we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, a bull indicator dominated and canceled out that bear indicator at 530 all day here since the 530.50 level, broke out, slowed down near towards the 532 level, and then continued to break through key resistance levels. Now I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows and break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP500 index, with outflows starting to begin and head towards the midpoint, but it never crossed, guys. That drop there in the first half of the day, it never actually dominated over the chart to the downside because those inflows were still above and quickly switched from red to green. That was the significant move here of the day. You could see the strength there, and those inflows bounced up from the midpoint up to highs here so far of 4.2, and outflows have slightly began while the stock is still going higher. I will be watching this going into the rest of these after hours and going into tomorrow in the pre-market and trading day, because if it continues towards the midpoint, it could possibly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. So definitely something to not ignore. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, inflows have stayed above through the volatility. They have been strong here. You could see it since it crossed over back on Monday, continuing strong all week, and we've hit highs up here of 6.20, and it still has room to go higher based off the history of the chart of the most recent highs of 6.6, and I will be watching if it can continue green and pushing up away from the midpoint to continue justifying any further move to the upside here on the 1 hour chart. Now I'm going to pull up the 15-minute, and in the volatility we could see the chop there in the first half of that drop. You could see those outflows trying to dominate, but quickly after, inflows came back up and they've dominated all day, right? Inflows are still above, even though they're red and sitting at 1.27, and it's going to be crucial and critical for it to stay above. If it crosses to the downside, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. And I will be watching if it rolls over into the 30-minute, continuing to pull it down in even the 1 hour. And the first support will be 530. Then below that comes the 527 level. And then I'll be watching 525. Now to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to continue to pick up on the 15-minute, switch from red to green, pull away from the midpoint, continue that staircase effect. And the first resistance is 535 in this tight range, and if those inflows turn green on the 30-minute and push upwards again from the midpoint, then comes 537, and then I'll be watching the 540 level. These are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're all above and they're slightly beginning to pull down, right? Even though they're red, they're still positive on the 30-minute and 15-minute, but in the volatility, it's going to be crucial for it to stay above, because if it crosses, it can quickly start to reflect weakness into these charts. Within the volatility of the 15-minute and possibly even roll it over into the 30-minute and 1 hour, right? The 1 hour has been holding strong, and we want to see it stay green and above the midpoint. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.